Aha! Aha! Woohoo!
Well done.
Good
Well,
evening,
that's
folks. Before we start, Dave is not going to be with us much tonight because he's not very well. He's on antibiotics.
Mm-hmm. Heavy dose of antibiotics. 2,000 milligrams per day.
Yes, he's a poorly chap, so he's going to do his usual thing and tell you who won last week's Battle Royale, and then he'll disappear.
Now I'm going to bugger off and go and put my leg up and lay down for the rest of the night. Yeah, I've got a lower leg infection. It's called cellulitis. It's bacterial infection. So anyway. So
everything's good. Hang on, I've been showing. It's all right. I'm not as organised as I usually am because I've been showing Dave what I've been doing this week.
Evening, Pulsar. And thank you for putting me right. I went the wrong way on my clock. I don't know. I may have to get an extension on the antibiotics.
Yeah. So So I've been very busy this week, preparing for 2025. Some new exciting thumbnails and what have you.
Yeah, I've just seen one of them.
Yes. And they have been everyone. The thing is, apart from one, everyone that I've sent to the boss
has received approval.
But the one that didn't, it wasn't a case of she didn't like it. She just thought something needed to be expanded.
Make it bigger.
So I did, and she was happy about that.
Yay.
If you wonder who we're talking about Naomi. She's my.
How's she getting on, by the way?
She's doing all right. Yeah, she's fine.
Good up.
Yeah. So she's the guru. So she's. Oh wait, if I get her nod, I know they're all right. That's the main thing. Anyway, it's been a really, really busy week on the channel. A lot had to do with a sad death, which Dave will talk about as well. This week we've had. Have I got the blinks again?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I'll carry on until if I stop, I'll have to. You'll have to take over.
Yeah, it's actually getting quite bad.
Oh dear, folks! I'll be with you in a minute.
So you go and recycle. Typical. Normally it happens before we start. Yes, Pulsar, it's something. I think it says USB connection. I don't know, but it's weird.
I'll give it a quick.
There we go.
Hopefully that'll sort it out. Yeah, where was I? I was going to tell you that 8. Good afternoon, Mick. 8,288 views in 1 week. That's incredible. I just.
Well, yeah, I mean you're averaging sort of 1,100 a day.
Oh, wow. Well, that's probably one. So 21 new subscribers this week. So welcome to the 4A. But what have you been watching? At number 3, 124 views was Battle Royale Group B selection, which Dave will tell the winners when we've done all this. 124. And from Monday, we've just started the Frank Zappa, the Mothers of Invention, 190 people. So there are a lot of Zappa fans out there.
Yeah, and Zappa will come up later on.
Yes, he will. Bad Songs for You Too are still about at 490, but the Top Short, which it was always going to be, with 1,417. I put a little short up in tribute to the one and only Mr. Paul Di'Anno, singer of Iron Maiden on the first 2 albums.
And songwriter.
And songwriter. So that was obvious that was going to do well. Over the last 28 days, 22,456 people have gone, oh, we'll have a look at this. 72 new subscribers in that time. That is about average. I still...
Average, he says.
What is?
New subscribers is always good news.
Yes.
Never
So
average.
What have been people watching? Well, that little thread response I did to Take 5 Albums, Define Your Collection, 240. Talking of threads, I've put one up. So if you haven't watched it, go and have a look at it.
Yes, it was a rather interesting watch, that one.
Yes, it was. I enjoyed watching it back. Number 2, Roger Waters is still there at 322. But once again, U2 are really going strong on their bad songs. 742. And once again, the top short is Paul Di'Anno's, which is understandable. Now we'll look at the big picture. This one always freaks me out. 486,729. And
that's an awful lot of views.
That is. And 2,166 subscribers, which I am very grateful for every single one.
I mean, whenever you consider that's just over 2 years.
3 years.
Is it 3?
Yes, 3.
Yeah, crikey, it is. It is 3. Blimey.
So, what has been happening? And we've got our substitute. Dave's substitute has arrived.
Hello, sir.
Hello, you're right.
Yeah, our substitute has arrived.
I'm here.
Good man. So, what have you been watching? Well, Riggsy is at 4196. Jethro Tull at 4228. But there is another one on the hot tail of Derek Riggs, and that's Mike Oldfield.
Oh, he's finally taken off.
Yes, Mike Oldfield's album ranking is about 100 and something behind. So he's on Derek's back now. Slade is still 5,054. And of course, Quo, 9,483. Jean-Michel Jarre is now 15,329. So we'll have a look at what I have been listening to. I've been listening to some Stray this week, of course. 9 of the 12. Iced Earth, I'm really getting into them. And Pink Cream 69, which is a really weird band. 9 of the 12. 10 years after. I was listening to that the other day when I was talking to Simon, wasn't I?
You was, yes.
Yes. 8 of 12. And Mr. Jerry Rafferty, 5 of his 11 wonderful albums. So that's me done. So I know we've got a very short Hatches, Matches and Dispatches.
Evening, Mike.
Good evening, Mike, tonight.
Yes, and it's not through choice or anything.
It's just what's happened.
Yeah, so dispatches. Believe it or not, there's only been 4 since the last live stream. So on the 20th, Barbara Dane, American musician and activist. She was a co-founder of Paradon Records. She was a jazz singer. She sang jazz with Louis Armstrong and Earl Hines. She also sang blues with Muddy Waters and Lightning Hopkins. 21st, as we've already mentioned, saw the departure of Paul Di'Anno, heavy metal singer of Iron Maiden. 22nd, Claire Daly, an American baritone saxophonist and composer, passed away. And today, Marco Paulo, a Portuguese singer and TV presenter. He was very popular in Portugal in his day, one of the top acts, and a much recognized television presenter. So we thought we'd say farewell to him. Birthdays, Hatches Happy birthday today to 38-year-old Drake, the Canadian actor and rapper. 54 today is Alonzo Bevan, the English bassist with Kula Shaker. And then we jump 70 years young today is Perry Lee, aka Tiny Tavares, American rocker with the Tavares. And if you don't remember them, they had hits like It Only Takes a Minute and Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel. 74 today is Steve Greenberg, American composer and musician, famously from Lips Inc. and their song Funky Town.
What a great song that was.
It was. Also, 74 today is Michael Huey, American session drummer. He's played for the likes of Juice Newton, Etta James, and Lindsey Buckingham. He's also a record producer. 77 today is Edgar Broughton, British rocker with the Edgar Broughton Band. 80 today is Betty Swan, also known as Betty Barton, American soul singer. And Grandad today, and I found it hard to believe that this gentleman is still plucking strings. He's still going along. Bill Wyman, rock and jazz bassist with the Rolling Stones. So happy birthday to all of those. Marriages today.
It's hard to believe that Bill Wyman, he only put an album out this year.
Yeah.
He's 88.
Yeah.
Blimey.
So,
Wow.
2 marriages in history today. Well, there were more marriages, but music-wise, 1964, American songwriter Harry Nilsson married his first wife, Sandy McTaggart. They got divorced 3 years later. And then 2013, country music singer-songwriter Ashley Monroe married an MLB pitcher, John Danks. So that's all of those. I need to hold that for a minute because you are going to want to know something.
Oh, yes.
And I need to do that. And I need to go that one. So, as you can see, 2 that go through are John Lennon with 11 votes and Gary Newman's Cars with 10 votes. Kate Bush.
Well done, Simon. Put commiserations to Richard and Rock Beast.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rock Beast, in the air tonight. No, even the gorilla couldn't help it.
No. So that's how it went. So John Lennon and Gary Newman go through. I mean, John Lennon did come up the back a bit. He was, because Charles made a comment about that.
Mm-hmm. And then so far today, we've had 4 votes. 2 for Ian Jury and 1 each for Public Image and The Jam. So far, Adam and the Ants.
I'm having trouble.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And in fact, that should be Car Trouble, all one word, I discovered today.
Yeah.
So anyway, stop sharing that.
Okay.
And close that.
I know you said you've put. Have you got a little presentation?
I'm not going to do a presentation. I'm just going to run through them because my leg doesn't like me sitting in front of the computer too long. So I have 10 songs that mention weather. Let's start with Lindisfarne with Fog on the Tyne.
Yes.
And then we can shift along to Bob Dylan, Blowing in the Wind. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Who'll Stop the Rain.
Oh, I love that track.
Linda Ronstadt, Heat Wave.
Hang on, I think so. Has Simon got the Fog on the Tyne album there?
I have. I was just looking for it. Yeah.
Excellent.
James Taylor, Fire and Rain. From the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Hal David and Burt Bacharach with Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
I sang that on school at a school show.
There it is.
Memory.
Look.
Here we are.
Hey!
Linda Storm. Bygone
Hey,
the
thanks.
time.
What a lovely album.
It
Really
is,
It
isn't
is.
it?
Yeah,
It is.
really
It's
good album.
a damn good album.
Mm.
Supertramp, It's Raining Again. And then the three that I've deliberately kept sort of to the end. We've mentioned Frank Zappa. So I thought, Ian's doing Frank Zappa. Let's have a look. And of course, there's the Don't Eat the Yellow Snow.
Classic.
And then two classics. And classic in a different interpretation of the word. Morecambe and Wise, Bring Me Sunshine. And in proper classical terms, Johann Strauss II's Thunder and Lightning Polka, Opus 234. So there's 10 songs or tracks about weather. So,
Okay, well, as you're not feeling well, we'll you
yes,
go and get
I'm
yourself
going
better.
to bugger off because I can only eat. Whenever I take my tablets, they have to be taken on an empty stomach, which means 1 hour before food and 2 hours after food. So I've got a 2-hour
Right.
window where I can eat.
All right, then I'll speak to you late in the week. You just take care.
Okay, have a good stream.
See you, Dave.
Everybody
Take care of
be
yourself.
nice. Behave yourselves.
Yes.
Ta-ra for now.
See you later.
Yeah, and thank you, Simon, for coming. Coming in. I dropped it on him about 2 hours ago.
Right, that's fine. If you would ask me at the beginning of the week, I was really feeling rough. I wouldn't be able to come on.
Oh God, you've been in the.
Yeah, I've just got over COVID, or what I thought was COVID.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had COVID and I carried on, didn't I? But that was a stupid thing to do. But there you go. Anyway, I'm going to do this what we're doing next week, so I'll put that up on the thing, and then we can have a thing. So, excuse me. So here we go. We are going to be continuing on with Frank Zappa and his 60s. One good album, one not so good album. That's all I'll say about that one. Perfect Side. We're going to do a bit of Prague. We're going to do a bit of Caravan in the land of the grey and pink, which is just a fabulous, fabulous album. Tuesday, it's Ladies' Day. And we've got three sisters from Mexico. The Villarreal sisters, Daniela, the one in the middle, Paulina, the one with the dark hair and the dark shades, and Alejandra, they're known as The Warning, and they're a fabulous band. Got a bit of a request here. She gets shown a lot on the channel with people, especially for Michael. We're going to look at Laura Nyro's top 10 songs that I like. And then Wednesday, we've got a birthday. We've got Ralph, expat living in Italy. We're doing his 5th birthday top 10, 30th of October, 1972. And we have got John Anderson for the marathon doing his solo stuff. Next week, it's Halloween. And this is the group of death in the Battle Royale.
Group D.
Group D for death and Halloween hell, as we've called it. We've got I Can't Get No Satisfaction, the Rolling Stones, Black Knight, Deep Purple, You Won't Get Fooled Again, The Who, and Smell Like Teen Spirit from Nirvana. You can't get a tram ticket between them four songs, can you? Really?
That's going to be tight.
Yeah, it's 4 great singles from different periods in time, but all got the same weight, haven't they?
For me, I'd probably go with Nirvana, but it's close.
It's going to be close. Then we're going to do a top 10 for the 31st of October 1967, and what some cool tracks are in that top 10, I can assure you. Yeah, John Anderson should be good. It was really good listening to them. Then takes us to Friday. We're going to do a bit of live albums from Duran Duran.
Cool.
Bit different, yeah. They're pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I got one or two, I think.
The Arena's a good one.
Arena.
Yeah, the first one. And then we got a one-off album because there isn't really anything new coming out that I want to talk about. And it's a band called Dog Star Poets. And you know, who are they? Well, if I say Glyn Halvard, Alan Price, and Dave Dunhig, for those in the know that these are sort of members of Jade Warrior. And this is a little album they did back in the 2000s. So that's what's on next week. So let's get rid of that. But coming out on Sunday, there'll be a little video featuring Simon, Richard, and myself. And last time we did the what we think should have been number ones in the 90s. We're going to crack at the 2000s. We are recording it on Saturday, but I will have it all ready for Sunday for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, I am as well.
It'll be good.
And as you know, last week I went to a gig, didn't I? I went to see 10cc.
How'd it go?
Oh, tell me, it was a really good show. I'm going to put up the what's it first? We'll get people up here and
Send out the link.
send out the link. It's there. It goes. Okay, yeah, really good concert. Now, 10cc these days they've got what I call three like original members. You've got, of course, Graham Gouldman and a guy called Paul Burgess. Now, he was the percussion man with 10cc on stage, but when Kevin Godley left, he took over the drums. So he's been drumming with them since '73, and the amazing Rick Fenn on guitars, who sort of took over when Lowell left as well. They've got a guy called Keith Heyman now, and he's a great musician. He plays everything from guitars to keyboards, and he's worked with lots of people, including Cliff Richard. And at the moment, they have got a chap called Andy Park, because their normal person is actually touring with ELO at the moment. Brilliant. So when they opened up with this video that Son of Man, which is I think it's a Graham Gouldman song. It's a tape, but Kevin Godley sings it. It was brilliant. Lights went down, and I come on and did the second sitting for Last Supper. Brilliant. Then we go into three classics: Arts for Art's Sake, Life is a Minestrone, and Good Morning Judge. And that was just the first four songs.
I've never come across a bad 10cc album. Have you, Ian?
Oh, no, there is not such thing. Never.
No.
Then they did it, and I was so surprised. They did the Dean and I, which is an absolute belter. Then they did the Old Wild Men, and there's a lovely story. It was written, I think, by Lol and Kevin, and what they were going to be like when they got older. Then they do that little thing called Clockwork Creep, which was written, I think, by Kevin and Lol again, about a plane and a bomb talking. Totally bizarre. But only they could come up with a song like that. Feel the Benefit, the Wall Street Shuffle. Then we had one of Graham's new songs. I've been listening to this album this week. It's a lovely song called Floating in Heaven, which I don't know if you've heard it. Brian May does all the guitar work on it.
No.
Wonderful track. You know, a little bit of Things We Do for Love. And then all of a sudden it all went dark, and Kevin appeared on the screen, and the guys were playing, and Kevin was singing. He was singing one of his songs, Somewhere in Hollywood, which is a great song. Wonderful stuff. Then they do Silly Love, Mandy, Mandy Fly Me, brilliant. And then I'm Not in Love. Oh,
it's a lovely song.
I'll tell you what, Simon. It was the best thing they did all night.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear a pin drop during that song.
Well, it's a very quiet, mellow song, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, they've got all the recordings they did at the original chorus, so you got all them voices that the four of them did when they recorded the actual song. So that was being played through the system.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then Dreadlock Holiday, where the crowd went a bit bananas.
Oh, they were like that, weren't they?
Yeah, it's a great track. So then the encore, they come up and they did Donna, but they did it as an a cappella. And it was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, something a bit different.
Yeah. And you know that last note, There was only the four of them, and Paul Burgess, the drummer, came on and just said that did the last note, and the place went mental. And then they ended up with Rubber Bullets, of course.
Yeah.
So that
Life
was
is a Minestrone. That's a fun song, isn't it? Of theirs.
yeah. Life is a minestrone served up with Parmesan cheese.
Yes. Unusual.
Yes. Good evening, Mike.
Very much.
Hi,
Right? Oh,
Yeah, no Dave tonight because he's not very well.
I heard, yes.
Yeah, he's got cellulitis in his leg.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So,
That doesn't sound very nice.
No, so he's just dosed up on antibiotics.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's on 2,000 a day. Remember when I was on him and I carried on? Dave,
yeah.
Dave did.
It was not a surreal night that night.
I know. I was out there. Anyway, as you've just heard, the 10cc concert was superb.
It sounds like it was. So you got all the big hits then.
Big hits, but the ones that was one. I was always saying what they were going to open up with. I didn't have thought they would have had the second sitting for the Last Supper as the opening track. But obviously Kevin and Graham are still friends because you got Lowell did that song, one of his songs, and the band played it, and then they did that video at the beginning. It's absolutely brilliant because it had pictures of the band.
Yeah.
And the other thing I liked about it, all night, Graham mentioned everybody that wrote the songs. They'd say, this one was written by myself and Eric, or this was written by Eric and Lowell. And I think that's nice that Graham hasn't forgot them guys.
Oh, of course it is, yeah.
But Rick Fenn, what a guitar player. I've always liked Rick Fenn. I mean, he played on with Mike Oldfield, and he's toured with everybody. But
right, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic gig.
Excellent.
Good.
Yes. Yeah, they come on stage 8:20 and went off at about 11:15.
It's not the first time you've seen them, is it?
It is. That was the first time. So that was
one off your bucket list then.
It was. I was like a big kid, to be quite honest, because being of an age, we grew up. I mean, Mike's a little bit older than me, but
yeah,
it was part of our years, wasn't it? 10cc.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's probably about 1972 when Donna came out. So I would have been 14 then.
Yeah, I remember that coming out, and I was 5. So, but then again, I remember stuff when I was 3.
Yeah, right.
Have you watched the My Little Fred video yet, Mike?
I've not had a chance. No, but I will do. Yeah, your songs with a story, with memories. Yeah. I was able to do it once I'd got. Obviously, come the day, I couldn't do it without it. I just couldn't. Right.
I mean, that's been. When did we first talk about that? Ages ago, wasn't it, Simon?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It was actually Simon that sort of inspired me.
Oh, right.
What was that then?
And you said, one was having a chat one night after, I think, one of yours.
Yeah.
And you said, why didn't you do something like a thread or, do... You put that little seed in my head, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Which is great. And that's what I love about all this. We plant little seeds in each other's heads.
Yeah, just give a little bit of inspiration, a few ideas, and we just sort of bounce them around and, see where they go,
Oh, yeah. I mean, threads can be, really good idea, sort of, because it might be something that you hadn't really thought about.
No, I think it was that was when Simon said that, I went, I think I've got an idea, didn't I? I said, I've got an idea already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give it a watch later. Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, Nick's watched it, and
I haven't watched it yet, but I will do.
Yeah, a lot of people have watched it, and it's had 10 likes. So
that's good. Yeah, it's very good.
Anyway, doing the weather this week, there was a common thing I found. A lot of songs about the rain.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, loads. Yeah.
I didn't want to put all rain in, but I must admit my list is sort of heavy rain. But there are some absolute sort of gems in there. Have you done any, Simon? Or no?
Apart from that one, I don't have anything at the moment.
Well, this is the super sub. This is,
Yeah. So you called up at the last minute then, Simon?
I was, yeah. I didn't mind. I wasn't.
No, Dave was. I mean, poor old Dave. I'm sure he's watching. So
yeah,
tonight
we'll get well soon, Dave.
Yeah.
Didn't Deacon Blue do Rain Town?
Yes.
I might show it. Might have to grab that one.
Yeah. So I'll go first.
Okay.
So, of course, weather. It's got to be a Status Quo song, hasn't it? Right, I forgot I'm producer as well tonight.
Yeah, that's right. You've got to make yourself big.
So, of course, Status Quo, Thing Called Rain. Off the Blue For You album. I love that song. It's one of my favourite songs.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I've got that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
good evening. I am Mr. Producer tonight because we've got a poorly producer. So
I understand.
So see you in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you've picked up you've been listening to the Core album, haven't you, today?
I have, yeah.
Excellent. Right, you'll love this one, Mike. There's something on here that mentions weather.
Yeah. One misty, moisty morning.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Off, of course, the Parcel of Rose, the toilet cover, as I call it now, which is a fabulous album. I've had it on again, Mike, this week.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate.
I love it. I've really cranked it up this time.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's going to be debatable, but I had to put her in. Bit of Kate Bush. Cloud bursting, or the big sky, or but yeah, clouds bursting, that's weather, isn't it?
Yeah, that counts.
Good
song anyway, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, you can't go with a bit of Katy Baby, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one comes off Europe's second album that was not the one before the big one. The album's called Wings of Tomorrow. It's a fabulous cover. And the opening track is Storm Wind.
Oh, a twofer.
Twofer, yeah. So that's on there. Okay, bit of Pink Floyd. For momentary lapse of reason. Terminal Frost.
Counts.
Pluck that one out. We're going to have a bit of White Snake now. From the Saints and Sinners album, Crying in the Rain. The best version of it, not that awful remake they did on 1987. Up next. It hasn't been out for a few weeks. Well, I'm going to go with Summer and Lightning, but the whole of side 3, of course, is called A Concerto for a Rainy Day.
Yeah.
My favorite side. It's a cool song.
A trifecta.
Yes. Now, this is a Japanese band.
I'll take note.
The album's called Cyclone. And there's a track on here called Hurricane.
All right.
Tonight, I'm just on fire.
You're nailing it.
Doublies and thing. You'll like this next one. I brought this up in Leeds, and I'm so glad because I thought of this straight away. The fine art.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a track on here called Wind Chill Factor -0.
Right.
Good
I've
album.
got that album, but I never would have guessed what the track was.
Yes.
No. Guess the year, though.
Guess the year. Do you want to guess the year?
79.
80, I think.
Doesn't say. It's got. Hang on. It's got. Of course, it's got. Don't like Mondays on, so it's 79. Well, is that right, Nick? You're the expert.
Don't ask me. I can't stand Bob Geldof.
I did that. That was a bit of a poo-poo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a few of their singles, but don't ask me.
My last one. You're going to laugh at this one.
Ooh, how lovely.
Ooh.
Drip, drip, drop with the April showers.
Mm.
Yeah.
I bet you revisited it this week. Did you play it this week?
I have.
Preparation? I bet you
I
did.
have played the whole album, and it's a lovely album. I think I appreciate it more than I did when I had this as a kid. But I have always loved April Showers. I love it in the film where you got like the harp going dub, 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 the little drips onto the leaves. It's magical, absolutely magical. So there is my 10.
Bravo, mate.
Yeah. Oh, I nailed it tonight, big time. Lots
You
of
did.
doubles, and
Yeah.
these are the two I had to do a bit of a bullseye. These are the two I had to reject. I wish it wouldn't rain. Phil
Oh, it's
Collins.
a great song. That's all right. I got you covered.
And then about Here Comes the Sun, the Steve Harvey version.
Ah.
So
Beaut.
there we go. Thank you very much. Yes.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah. 2 albums that one I brought in Leeds and one Mike sent me. So my birthday. So
Oh, there you
talking
go.
about records, my lovely post lady said she's still looking. She hasn't forgotten.
Oh,
But she said she did say that she went and spoke to someone in the post office, and if a lot of it comes, if you haven't paid, you've gone it the cheapest way. It does come via land.
What? Oh, you mean once it hits the continent, it comes by land?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were always under the impression that it flew into the UK, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Probably Mr. Patel in Mumbai's got it.
Probably Mr. Patel does have it, and he's smiling right now.
Yeah.
yeah. It's probably on the back of a camel now, in the Gobi Desert or something.
And if you listen to it, what the hell's this? Because it's got lots of Ian Gillan screeching on it.
We have faith.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you
it'll
watch
arrive.
It'll arrive, yeah. Anyway, was you watching when I was talking about the 10cc gig, Michael?
I was not. How was it?
Brilliant.
Good.
Yes. Rick Fenn was on guitars. We had Paul Burgess on the drums. And they went through all the usuals. Life is a minestrone, served up with Parmesan cheese. Kevin Godley made an appearance on the screen. He sang a song and they played to it.
Who? The opening song was?
The opening song was the Last Supper one.
Okay.
And before that, Kevin did a video singing the song before they come out on stage.
Oh.
Any disappointing songs that they left out that people were griping about, or?
No, I think they did a great mixture. I mean, you had some deep cut tracks in there, but a lot of the hits. But as I said I'm Not in Love was just beautiful.
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
I think it is because they were actually, when they recorded it, it was multi-tracked about 60 odd times, wasn't it? That it was the original. It wasn't. That was what was coming through. So you'd got, and that's what I said we were saying. They may not have been there, but they were there on that song. Eric, Lowell, and Kevin. And the other guys singing as well. But the other highlight was the a cappella version of Donna.
Oh,
brilliant! And that at the end, there's always that low note. There was just the four of them on stage, and one of them thought, "Where's Paul?" And he just leisurely walks out, goes to the mat, and goes, and he got the biggest cheer. Very, very, very good. The musicianship was brilliant. I couldn't have asked for a better gig. For my first time of seeing 10cc.
Was that at the Roadmender?
No, the Derngate.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Bit posh.
It was a bit posh, yeah. It was
A bit posh.
Yes, we did. What the other thing was, we hadn't got the same seats, and we did go back in, and we was 5 rows from the front.
Excellent seats.
Good. She said it's going to cost you a little bit more, and we went, "That's all right." She says that's a grand total of £4. Fabulous night.
Are they going to take this tour outside of the UK or just inside?
Apparently, they are going to the States.
Oh.
Yeah, I was reading up about it. I think it's their first American tour in about 30 years or something silly.
I hope it goes all right.
I think it will. I think it will. I mean, outstanding. I mean, Rick Fenn, what a guitar player. Anyway, that's enough of 10cc. I don't want to bore you to death, but I wanted just to recap because I know you like a bit of 10cc. But as Simon said, how can you not? There's not a bad 10cc album.
No,
I don't think there is either.
No.
It's not.
Might not all be winners, but there's never a bad one, is there?
No.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just sorry if I haven't got my producer here tonight, so I am looking at the thing.
Oh, with the comments? Okay. Maybe I can work those a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't highlight them though because I'm not an admin. Simon can. Let's see what we got.
Oh yeah.
Buckets of Charles Watt. Buckets of Slash cars into 6-1 after Kate Bush's surprise exit. You've gone through, Nick. Cars has gone through.
Bloody damn right and all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was surprised about Kate Bush because John Lennon was really slacking, as Charles put in the week.
Yeah.
But he came back strong. But it was all very tight, apart from Phil Collins. So I'll have a look and see what we're doing at the moment on this one.
So who was the other one that went through?
Imagine John Lennon.
Oh, cool.
I know. I know.
Right. At the moment, Mike, 2 votes to Ian Jury.
Oh.
Is Simon responsible for that one?
No. Public Image Limited Rise 1 vote. Going Underground 1. And Adam and the Ants, 0 point.
Oh. Right.
So that's that.
Who did you pick then, Simon?
I picked 3 Kinks songs. Waterloo Sunset, Sunny Afternoon, and what's the third one? Can't think of the third one.
You really got me?
No.
No, I can't remember.
Autumn Almanac.
That's it.
Autumn Almanac.
Anyway, we're not. This week we're not spinning the wheel because next week your homework is spooky. It's Halloween next week.
Spooky.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Spook-
Songs with
spooky.
words like devil and ghoulies
Okay.
and ghosts.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Has everybody shown their bits?
No.
My two?
I'm the only one that has. So
Oh, okay.
I'm just
I'm
going
just eating my
to, as
dinner at the minute.
I'm in control tonight, I'm just going to hit you. So you don't know which one I'm going to go for, do
I'm
you?
gonna hide.
That's cheating. But I'm going to go there first.
Okay.
Oh,
Hello.
it's me, is
Hello,
it? Right,
Mike.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, I've not got any Beatles in here, but I was sort of thinking about it, and you could probably just about make a full 10 out of Beatles songs.
You sure could with Rain.
Because Here Comes the Sun has been mentioned, doesn't it already?
Yep.
Then we've got Rain. Then Dear Prudence. You know, the sun is up, the sky is blue.
Yep.
Good Day Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Across the Universe. Endless Rain into a Paper Cup. I'm the Walrus. You know, get a tan from standing in the English rain.
Here comes the sun.
Comes the sun, yeah. Penny Lane. You know, pouring rain, the blue suburban skies. And then The Long and Winding Road, I thought as well. The Wild and Windy Night that the rain washed away. And so I reckon we could easily make 10.
Yes, you just did.
Yeah, if we made is that 10? Yeah, right.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, but there's no Beatles in here, so there's a few absolute classics in here, and some that you might not know. But I thought I'd start off just with a weather map.
That's a good one.
It's the Vapors and Nuclear Days. And I have to show you the back cover because the band, look at that. These guys are trying to look mean, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the haircuts don't work.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the second one ain't doing a very good job, is he?
What one did you have, Mike, back in the day?
Probably. I never ever had a mullet, you know. But you know, early 70s, yeah, hair was pretty long, and then late 70s, early 80s, my hair was pretty short.
Short back and sides, a damn good sensible hair.
Probably a bit like this guy here, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was a bit like that.
It's sort of nondescript, you know. So that's the first one. And one of my favourite bands, here we go, 10,000 Maniacs, and In My Tribe. And I think it's the second track on side one, or no, third track. And it's Like the Weather. And 10,000 Maniacs are absolutely brilliant. I mean, particularly when Natalie Merchant was in the band. You know, her voice is just superb. So that's the second one. Now this one surprised me a bit because it's Bob Dylan anyway, Blood on Tracks, and I thought, Shelter from the Storm. But also you've got on here, as well as Shelter from the Storm, the next track is Buckets of Rain, and then there's Hard Rain is on here as well. Yeah,
Three, a triple header.
Three for the price of one, but I hadn't really realised. I just thought, Shelter from the Storm, that's a good one. And next off, an EP, brilliant band, and one of my all-time favourite tracks from them. Never an album track. And they go, so Purgatory in Motion, and it's A Rainy Night in Soho.
Great title.
It's a fantastic song. It's you know, it's a Shane MacGowan love song. It's really, really fantastic. But this whole EP is sort of like, you know, worth getting hold of if you can. And there's the band on the back when Cato Reardon was still in there. Right, bit of reggae.
Right.
There you go. Third World, 96 Degrees in the Shade.
Yes.
Cover.
I like these Third World album covers.
Yeah.
Really, really good. There's about, I think about 4 of their albums have all got the same, same artist, same sort of artwork. There you go. So that's a bit of reggae for you. There they are. Another EP, one of my favourite post-punk bands. Magazine about the weather. And there you got 4 different types of weather there. So this is like an extended version of the track that's on the album. Next off, my favourite Doors album.
Oh,
My favourite track, Riders on the Storm.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Hell of an album that is.
It is. It's the first Doors album that I bought, and as a result, I think it's my favourite.
That's a British copy. It doesn't have the yellow plastic.
No,
colored.
this is a reissue from probably about 2 years later.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think the original, it didn't have the sort of rounded corners, did it? And it was a yellow, yellow
Correct.
sort of front to it.
Great song.
Right. Next off, this is an album that, for whatever reason, people just don't appreciate it, do they? This is the demos version. PJ.
Hey,
This is Desire. And it's a brilliant album, folks. It really is. And it's The Wind, third track on side one. Absolutely brilliant album. And underrated. Right. A bit of we've got 2 to go, so there we go. The brilliant and Cream, and of course Sunshine of Your Love. I mean, what an album cover that is! Like.
Yeah, it was great.
That's got psychedelia written all over it, hasn't it? Yeah, and the back as well. I think.
I love the back cover.
Oh, not that eye. Wherever you look at that cover, the eye's looking at you.
Yeah, it's looking right back at you, isn't it? Yeah. But there you go. Sort of. I mean, one of the most dysfunctional bands in history, I think.
Yes.
Right? But they produce some absolutely brilliant stuff in their short time together, and this is a masterpiece of album. And something that's, I suppose, a bit proggy, Nick. It's Traffic.
Yeah.
Low Spark of the High Heeled Boys. You can see this is an original with the cut off corners.
Yeah, it was a great cover.
Yeah, and you can probably see there it's Rainmaker. Almost 8 minutes. Final track on side 2. So there you go, on the island label. So there you go. That's my 10, folks. My 10 brother.
Excellent.
Excellent choices there, as ever. Bloody hell.
I don't know anything about that last one, but it's a damn good sleeve, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
You'd know Traffic for Hole in My Shoe, Nick.
But, probably, what's his name? Out of the Young Ones did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A song that both got to number 2 in the charts, and doesn't happen very often, does it? The original gets to number 2, and the cover version gets to number 2 as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes cover versions do so much better than the originals, don't they? Well, I'm trying to think of one now, and I can't.
Oh God.
Madness, perhaps. Must Be Love.
Yeah,
Do you think it must be love? Yeah, because that was Labby Sifri initially.
Yeah, I've got both versions.
Yeah, yeah.
Music, Jealous Guy. I prefer their version to that than John Lennon's.
Yeah. I mean, that got to number 1, didn't it? The Rock 2 version. Yeah.
Have we got cover versions on the Wheel of Fortune?
No.
Then we should.
Should. Of course. I'll write it on the pad.
Very good.
You make sure you do that, young man.
And I also have a request for Rocky's Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yes.
Girls who give us goosebumps.
Oh, blast. I've been with a few of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh dear. There'll be a lot of toil that night, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, crikey.
Oh, great.
I'll add that. I'll put them on the list.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Mike.
Excellent.
Andy's come up with one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah, well done, Andy. Yeah.
Love of the Common People, Paul Young.
Yeah.
I know Nicky Thomas did a version, but I don't think it was the original. I think it was done before then.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Oh, Status Quo did a great version of Something About Your Baby I Like. Yeah. Quite.
Yeah.
And Marillion did a version of Rare Bird Symphony, which I like. But there's ones that go the other way as well.
Yeah.
The other way.
Well, yeah, there always is, isn't there? Yeah.
Anyway, let's see who's going to go next. Where shall I go this time?
You can't see me. I'm not here.
It's amazing. He's got a very clever chair, hasn't he, that talks?
I know. It's AI.
No.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Weather. It was a simple challenge. Weather. My first one. Nothing says Britain like this album jacket, Bare Trees, right?
Yeah, that is Britain.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Isn't that Britain?
Yeah.
I like this record. When it first came out, I loved it. It's very inconsistent, but "Spare Me a Little Bit of Your Love" is a really, really great track. And she does mention weather, where she says, "Now I know how the sun must feel," and incidentally, a Japanese pressing. So a lot of these records I bought here. And the other song here, of course, is "Thoughts on a Gray Day" by Mrs. Scarrett. Are you familiar with this? Fleetwood Mac got some old lady to do a little poem at the end of this record. And I don't know why they did that. I don't know if it was a strategic move or they needed to fill a minute and a half of music time on the record. Thoughts on a Gray Day. And she reads a story. So interesting group, interesting record. You know, they each had to have their own writing credit. You know, Bob Welch, Christine McVie, Danny Kerwin, and it ended up being inconsistent. Bands do that a lot. Fleetwood Mac did that a lot. Any questions?
No.
No comments?
So no, you're doing well, Michael.
Thank you. I Wish It Would Rain, originally done by the Temptations, covered beautifully by Rod the Mod on this record.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's a sad song. His girlfriend left him for another man, and he wishes it would rain so he can go outside.
I don't blame him.
Right? Brand New Day. Brand New Day. Written by, say it. I love when you say his name. Ian, can you say it? I'll give you a hint.
Al Cooper.
That's right. Oh God, it's so classy when you say it. Al Cooper. That's right. But the years of night will pass forever when the sun comes shining through brand new day. Great song, soundtrack of a movie called The Landlord, and was also covered by John Baldry. Brand new day. Okay. Stormy Monday Blues, right? Written by this guy, T-Bone Walker. But it was also covered by a lot of other people, and the lyrics change, because they call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday is just as bad.
Yeah, I've got a version by Gary Moore.
And they changed the lyrics, right? Kind of altered it. They embellished. He embellished it, where he says, on Sunday I go out to play. Lee Michaels. You should do a ranking of Lee Michaels. But I'm happy with what I got with the Todd Rundgren. Don't think I'm asking for anything. After the Flood by Lone Justice. Now a flood could be caused by natural causes. It could also be caused by stuffing too much toilet paper in the toilet and causing overflow. That would also be a flood. But we would just assume that the flood is caused by the weather. Lone Justice. Did these guys make any impact on you in the UK?
I've heard of them. Yeah, they were.
They're known. They're known in the UK, but they were never big.
Yeah,
I've heard of them, but I couldn't tell you what they sang.
Yeah.
The song is "Ways to Be Wicked." That's really their best track. And she was really young. I think she was like 16 or 17. Okay, picking up the pace. Second request. See that? Pulsar is my people. He's my people. Evening Breeze. Dan Hicks and his Hot Licks. Evening Breeze. Okay. 2. Stormy Love and Smile. Okay, and on Smile, what she says, winter, turn on the night, and Stormy Love.
I love that album, Michael.
I know. It's
Absolutely
her best.
Love it.
It's her best. Clearly. It's too short, but every track is good. Every track.
Yes, and I'm going to be doing my favourite songs by Laura on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like Christmas for me. Jubilee Cloud, covered by, it's an American song by John Baldry. Jubilee Cloud. The lyrics are about Texas and big clouds and big sky. It's a great record. Great record. Can't say enough about it. Okay. Rain by the Beatles, covered by, and I won't steal your thunder, but it was covered by Todd Rundgren on his record Faithful, where he matched every song note for note, which Ian dutifully covered in his brilliant ranking video.
I love that album. I think it's one of the best cover albums I've heard.
Yeah, note for note. And lastly, this is definitely the trifecta. It's on a CD, but I'll hold it up. It's Weather Report.
Heavy
Weather with their song Birdland, which is an instrumental. And I had a story to go with this. I'm going to tell the story. Do I have much time? Will you give me a couple more minutes?
Yeah, of course we will.
Okay. So I lived in San Francisco, and I first moved there in the 80s. And my girlfriend at the time, Susan, we used to go to comedy clubs in Coal Valley, which is near Haight-Ashbury. And in those days, it was really young comics, really talented comics, and a lot of them went on to Hollywood fame. Paula Poundstone, Bobby Slayton, Barry Sobel, Rick Reynolds, even Robin Williams, all did stand-up comedy in San Francisco in tiny clubs, and you know that San Francisco was the home of Jim Jones and the People's Temple.
Ooh.
And one night, this was in 1981. We're in a comedy club, and Barry Sobel is doing a stand-up routine, and And he did kind of like, his comedy was all about things that pop into his mind. And sometimes it got him into a lot of trouble. And it's probably going to get me into a lot of trouble in the next couple of minutes, but that's okay, because it's a safe space. And he would say, you know that song, Birdland, heavy metal? He goes, people, he goes, it should have lyrics. He goes, people dead in the streets, where down in Jonestown, people dead. And that's my presentation. I hope you found that funny.
Yeah, that's very good. You'll be happy tomorrow, Michael. I'm doing live albums by Weather Report.
Oh, they're not really that's interesting. It would be good for others. They're not really.
I love the live albums. They're such an improv fan. So I can see Nick has got some albums in his thing, so we'll make him big, shall we?
Yeah.
He's gone camera shy now.
Oh no.
Which is not very good.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I think I've got more than 10 here. Yeah, more than 10. Well, we're talking about the weather. This is weather related on the sleeve. Japan. Gentlemen take Polaroids. You got David Sylvian sheltering under an umbrella there with thunder and lightning and rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. I'm surprised.
I quite like a bit of Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Okay.
Especially the song Fortunate Son.
Yep.
I wish I put my studying glasses on now.
I'm guessing Here Comes the Rain.
Who will stop the rain?
Who'll stop the rain? Yes.
And have you ever seen the rain?
Both of them.
Yeah, I actually got that from a record fair at Birmingham Motor Bike Museum place. So yeah, I quite enjoyed the Creedence Clearwater Revival. I could have dug out a couple of 7-inch singles by this band, but I couldn't be asked.
Who is that?
Oh,
Bad Manners. My favourite tune by them is "Walking in the Sunshine."
Mm.
Oh, it's a good track.
It is. Like I say, it's my absolute favourite by them.
Did they write it, or is it a cover of Sheena and the Rockets?
No. This is their own. As far as I know, it's their own composition. But there you go. Bad Manners, "Walking in the Sunshine." Let's have a bit of a reggae compilation now.
Mm.
Oh,
"Dancing in the Sun" by Daniel in the Lion's Den. And I've been racking my brains over this one, trying to remember it, and I can't. And I haven't had time to put it on and sort of reacquaint myself with it. And there's another track on here called "Rain" by Bruce Ruffin. So yeah, another part of a series.
yeah.
Reggae chart busters. This is volume 3. Another one well worth looking out for, Mike.
Mm.
Yeah, that looks really good. I think it's got Monkey Spanner on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let Your Yeah Be Yeah by the Pioneers. Tell It Like It Is by Nicky Thomas. Monkey Spanner. Dave and Ansel Collins. Oliver Linda, Greyhound. Pied Piper, Bob and Marcia. Yeah, brilliant stuff.
That's a good one.
Pogues, Misty Morning, Albert Bridge
Oh,
on 12-inch single.
Yeah, that's good.
That's from 1989.
Donovan.
Sunshine Superman.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Catch the Wind. Don't mind a bit of Donovan.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Those sort of, chill out type artists.
yeah. I think Donovan could have been absolutely massive, couldn't they?
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
quite happen.
If it weren't for Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Good point.
Oh, bit of Kate. Can't get enough of Kate.
I was very sort of dismissive of Kate Bush in the early days and that, Wuthering Heights, what the hell's all this caterwailing? And then I heard sort of tracks of this being played on the radio and Cloud Busting.
Yeah.
Was an absolute wow moment for me. What a song and what a video to go with it.
Yeah.
Featuring the late Donald Sutherland, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, he was in the video, wasn't he? Yeah. And of course, it was sampled by Utah Saints, wasn't it?
That's
What
right.
did he do on the record? Did he speak or did he sing?
I used to have Go on, carry on.
Who? Donald Sutherland? No, he just was in the video.
Got you.
Yeah. I used to have that Utah Saints sort of record on 12-inch single. I've been trying for years to get it back and I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I would like it. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
so you've got Cloud Busting on here and The Big Sky as well. Running Up That Hill's a fabulous track as well. Haunting tune.
Yeah, even the youngsters like that one, don't they? Through whatever
that's a grand album. Grand album, that is.
Good, isn't that? Yeah.
Classic.
Oh, Alf.
Rain Dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love a damn good vocalist.
Yeah.
Me too.
She is a fucking damn good vote. She can put her mind to anything, whether it's pop, electro stuff, blues, jazz. I dare say she could even do heavy metal if she tried.
She's just a fabulous singer, isn't she?
Yeah,
she is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she could sing the Telephone Directory, and I'd listen.
Yeah,
yeah. It's beautiful. I always thought she was a beautiful lady back then, and she still is now.
She still is. I think she's absolutely gorgeous.
What's she doing now? Is she still recording, or is she acting?
Yes, yeah.
It's visible on that.
Recording, singing, touring. I think she deserves better than what she got. But yeah, brilliant. Rain Dancing, and there's another track on here called Blow Wind Blow. Fabulous. That only cost me £1 from a record fair at Stamford.
Wow.
That was a bargain, that was, wasn't it?
That is a bargain.
Yeah. The brilliant Alison Moyet. Daylight by the Selector.
Cool. Excellent.
Shown this one before. Buzzbox, Big Bang, Pink Sunshine. There's a track on here as well called Jamaican Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Great fun band.
Yeah, they were sort of semi-successful, weren't they?
Yeah. They were picked, but they started off on Bindaloo Records, and they were picked up by WEA and sort of promoted in America and all that, but it never happened for them over there.
Yeah. Well,
I
lots
remember
to
seeing
compete
them on
with.
what? Sorry,
Go-Go's. I mean, just a lot of other bands to compete with. Go-Go's, Bananarama. You know,
Yeah, but
your timing as a girls group was tough.
These had their own sort of particular sort of punky pop sound. You know, they were different to the Go-Go's and bands like that.
They were.
And it's a shame, really, because. Sorry.
No, I was saying that they were very different, very sort of like DIY, weren't they? They were just, you know, they just got together and thought, well, we could do this and started a band.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, Buzzbox. The Bell Stars.
Oh, blimey! Blast from the past.
Again, I wish I'd put my studying glasses on. Indian Summer.
Yeah.
Which I think was a single release as well. This is actually a picture disc, but I ain't going to fetch it out.
Yeah, that's good.
I've got 3 left. The last 2 are lyrics.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I do love the Pogues. Rainy Night in Soho. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter if somebody shows one that's already been shown, because it goes to show that somebody else loves the music, and you know, and loves the record. Well, you know, what does it matter?
It doesn't
matter at all, does it?
Oh, mate.
Why regroup?
Yeah.
Of course, produced by Elvis Costello, who married Kate O'Riordan.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the late great Shane MacGowan. You know, right ugly bastard, but he could do a good song.
The thing with him was he could be absolutely out of his trolley, put a mic in front of him, and he sang perfect notes.
Well, apparently he used to drink vodka by the pint. But I think he was a registered alcoholic. I'm not quite sure, but there you go. Couple of lyrics.
Oh,
look!
All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey.
Mm-hmm.
I actually love the Mamas and the Papas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonderful. What's the word? What's the word I'm thinking of? Harmonic sort of music.
Yeah. I think California Dreaming. It's one of those songs that, you know, you have to hear it and you think of 1967, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, it's very much that sort of era.
Iconic 60s songs on there.
Yeah.
Monday, kind of great song.
Yeah, and dedicated to the one I love.
She would have gone on to great things, Mama Cass. She was very strategic.
When I picked this album up, again, this was £1 from a car boot sale. When I picked this album up, I watched a load of sort of documentary type stuff on YouTube about the Mamas and the Papas. What exactly went on and happened, but she had a fantastic voice, Mama Cass.
Yeah,
fantastic.
When she says a little dream of me, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
They had it going on musically, didn't they?
Yes.
That area in America.
Yeah.
In that area of Malibu, in those hills, there were so many homes that produced great music. So many people living in group homes, riffing off of each other. But she was instrumental. She would go on.
Wasn't Fanny living out that way at the time as well?
Maybe. Was Fanny from Southern California? I think so.
I don't know, but they were. I think they were hung out that way because they had this house, and everybody and anybody used to go in the house, and it was a bit of a free for all sort of thing. But I thought Michelle Phillips was in a day was absolutely gorgeous.
Oh yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous.
She still is. She still looks elegant now.
Well, she's a lot older now, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's still got that elegance.
Says here, this album was produced by Lou Adler. The name rings a bell, but I can't think who he is.
Big record producer in the 60s.
Anyway, Mamas and the Papas. The last one, it's lyrics again. There's a track on this album. Starts off, snow is falling all around. And the track is Blank Expression by the Specials.
One of the best two-tone albums ever made.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's it.
Excellent.
Well done, mate. As ever, informative.
Yeah, we've missed you these last few weeks.
Yeah, well, I've been busy babysitting and that.
Yeah.
Some good records there.
Yep. Some tender selections from Nick today.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I could have picked out some 7-inch singles as well, but
that's what I did.
Yeah.
So that's what you've been doing, hunting the singles.
Yeah. You know it's a sorry situation when you're having to pick out 7-inch singles, don't you?
Yeah, but still showing some good stuff. So, are you ready?
I'm
7-inch singles, Simon, are just as bloody important than albums.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Right, I'm cheating a little bit here. I'm going along the lines with what Mike was saying about the Beatles and all their weather-related songs. I'm not going to get them all out, but they're all in the box set here.
Hey.
Most of those songs, probably not Rain, I don't think. But the others, yes, definitely. Right. A very obvious one from the 90s, Crowded House, Weather With You, on this 10-inch.
Oh, yeah.
10-inch, remember the back there? Weather With You.
Yep.
Right, okay. The one I showed earlier, All the Time.
Yep.
Very nice album. And regarding the 7 inches, Nick, you will like this one. The Sun and the Rain by Madness.
Yeah, I was going to pick that one out, but it's in a box right at the bottom of the pile. And I thought, cobblers, I couldn't be bothered.
No, that's fair enough. So happened I just luckily come across that one. I don't know about this one. This is a bit sketchy. Walking in the Air. Maybe.
Snowman.
Well, yeah, it was from the Snowman, wasn't it? So
yeah, I've got Walking in the Air by Rainbow.
All right.
Of all people.
I don't think he actually sang that in the Snowman film. I think it was somebody else, but he released it afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a great song, Mandolin Rain.
Another obvious one from the 80s, Boys of Summer.
Yes.
Don Henley.
Yes.
Gaz's
version of Fog on the Time.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
And This one's very sketchy, just because of the picture alone. You know, I mean, you could show any Christmas one, really, couldn't you?
Yes, you could. Who is that?
Yeah,
Shaking Stevens.
Merry Christmas, everyone. But,
or what's his real name? Mike Garrett in it or something?
Is it?
Yeah, that would have got him far, wouldn't it? And here's Green Door by Mike Garrett.
Yeah. There you go. That's what I got.
Oh,
hey, good stuff.
For a super sub, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That is really good. Especially Bruce Hornsby. I've not thought about that song for ages. I'm going to have to play it later on now.
Yeah, nice song.
Yeah.
I think Old Shaky was one of the biggest selling artists of the 80s in this country, weren't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
This whole house got to #1. Green Door did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of an Elvis revival, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Talking of Elvis, 4th of
yes.
July, you know, they've just announced this.
Was he coming back from the dead?
No, there's this Elvis experience going on next year.
Oh.
And my mate Lee is a big fan, and next year Lee is 60, so he's got tickets to go on his birthday. Let's go and see this. And there's a bit of, like the ABBA thing, there's a bit of a concert, and it's all based around that 68 special.
Oh, right.
So that'll be interesting. It's sort of an exhibition type thing, and the last bit is you go and see what we reckon you're going to see the full sort of 68 special.
All right, so it's a sort of museum thing rather than a gig.
It's a gig come museum.
Right.
That's what we got the thing. So that's looking forward to this. So here's Pulsars. Cowburst, Tangerine Dream, Thundering Lightning, Argent, The Wind, The Circus Maxwell's White Tornado, sorry. Barnaby By Like a Hurricane, Neil Young, Snowflakes Are Dancing.
No, Like a Hurricane is Neil Young. Yeah.
Sunday Afternoon, King's Hot Summer Day, It's a Beautiful Day. This is John Martin. Oh, what a track. Yes, a great one. Eye of the Storm.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Desert
Sunday
Rain.
afternoon, yeah.
I mean, Dave mentioned before he went off about Don't Eat the Yellow Snow from Frank Zappa.
That's great stuff, isn't it?
Good sounding voice.
Yes, I think he'd got a presentation, but he's not. For Dave does not want to come up. He's not very well, so I hope I'm sure he's put his feet up, watching us clowns do it.
Yeah, make fools of ourselves as usual on Thursday night.
Yeah. God, he is big, so I'm missing him. Nothing to do all this. Saying he proves how much work he does do, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't got no gigs lined up. I haven't got any. I'm not going to any record fairs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll have to come up in the new year to Leeds again.
You will.
Put me thermals on.
Well, yeah. Do you remember? First time he came up, it was Brass Monkeys that day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it just?
Yeah.
We know what to wear this time, don't we?
Yeah. Because you're virtually outside. You don't like it. Yeah.
But you get the warm shekels of that and bacon butties.
Well, that's right. Yeah. You need a nice cup of tea and a bacon butty before you get started, don't you?
Definitely.
You should rank the buddy sandwiches, guys. You should rank them.
Yeah.
Next time we'll rank them. We'll be food critiques.
Yeah. Well, didn't you say there was that guy on Discovery?
Yeah, Michael, you've heard of Adam Rickman, haven't you, Michael? Man v Food.
Yeah. Wait, say it again about Alan Rickman, the actor, or
no, Adam Rickman, the food critique. Man v Food.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
He was in Nick. He was in Leeds looking at the Yorkshire pudding wraps, and he sat where we sit for our butties.
Did you really?
Yeah, when he went into he was in Leeds, and I thought, oh, I'll watch this anyway because it's Leeds.
Hmm.
And when he was going around the market and he was going around the food store, I thought that looks rather familiar. And then he went to that Yorkshire pudding. I thought, that is very familiar. And then when he sat down, and lo and behold, he literally sat where we sit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I've not managed to catch that yet, but I will.
But
Is he a tough critic?
I wouldn't mind trying one of them Yorkshire pudding.
Well, maybe we should do that. Do that instead in January, February, whenever you come up.
Looking for a pub for something to eat. Go and have a wrap, and then go and have a pint.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, and we've got to go to the ship, haven't we? Because we're going to get Nick a girlfriend.
Yes.
No, don't start.
A reunion.
A reunion.
Yeah, she'll be waiting. I reckon she goes there every Saturday lunchtime now, hoping that you're going to be there, Nick.
Well, you've either got it or you haven't.
Exactly. Oh, she was a catch, though, wasn't she?
Oh,
yeah.
Dream girl.
Well, next time I'll make sure I take a marker pen with me.
For what?
Well, she was wanting to expose herself for an autograph.
Oh.
You see, that's what we're like in Leeds, Michael. We're classy.
You are.
And I reckon she would have done it as well.
She would, yeah. She was up for it, but I want to know what that bloke was thinking that she was with.
He's probably used to it.
Yeah.
He's probably, oh God, she's had it again.
I know. It was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, gave us a good laugh, didn't it?
Oh God,
yeah. It'd be harmless fun, isn't it?
It'd be fun, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear. So,
yeah.
I did have a scoot on eBay, but there's nothing there that says, "Oh, I want to buy me." And then there was one, but it was way out of price.
Right.
And
what was that?
That was actually another ELP album.
All right. Which one?
The Works 2. And he said very good condition, and he put the albums on the part of the pictures. So I blew it up because I'd got it on. I was looking on the screen. I blew it up, and then I blew it up a little bit more, and I could see a scratch on the second track going all the way round, not across the record, all the way round. I thought, how the hell did that get there? And you know that what's going to happen if you put your needle on that?
Yeah,
it's going to jump across the.
Yeah. I don't know how people have the cheek to sell stuff like that.
Yeah,
I would never ever do that.
I see. If you've got a scratch record, you just replace it, and or if you want to do it, donate it to a charity. If you don't want it, just take it down a charity shop.
Yeah.
Right.
And then someone can buy it for next to nothing, and they know what they're getting, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh.
Yes.
Yes. I was contacted by a band the other day.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So it was because of something I showed, and it was I showed these EPs.
Yeah.
Well, let's make you big. Hold on.
Yeah. There you go. And the band, as you could call it, are called Evie and the Assholes. And they're sort of surf punk, garage punk sort of band.
Yeah.
And they're from Utrecht in the Netherlands.
Yes.
And this one here, this was their debut EP from late last year, and this is one that's just come out. And I bought this one just because of the cover. I thought, well, with a cover like that, I'm going to like it. And I thought this is definitely sort of a bit garagey, and it definitely was. So I played it. It's all instrumental. And then I played it, and then next week I went back and I found their sort of debut, and I showed them about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
the band got in touch.
Oh, excellent!
For showing.
That's nice.
For showing our records. Yeah.
When you got that from everybody, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was quite a nice surprise, you know.
Yes, very much. Just to thank you.
Sorry, I do not. You can tell I'm not used to doing.
No.
How on earth did they get to hear of you doing it?
How did they get to the UK?
No,
well, yeah. How did they get to hear of you showing them?
Did you tag it like the
I didn't tag it to. I put their name in the description, but I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't tag it to or anything like that. And I think I'm pretty certain it was the. It was also sort of like, you know, what you say. Yeah.
I had that when I did doing my Michael Schenker stuff. He made an album with a young lady called Amy Sugar, and I mentioned, you know, that it's a good album and that. And then I think 2 days later, I had a comment from her husband. Oh, I'm Amy's husband. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you very much. 3 days later, I had a message from Amy herself. She said, thank you very much for liking the album I made with Michael.
Yeah.
You guys, soon people are going to be sending you free records. You know, your star makers. Much like what happens in America with the American YouTube channels. These hungry young artists are going to be sending you records.
Well, I had that prog band Sky Psychophant send me stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That Empire. Obviously, I had Echo 7 when Steph was in the band as well. So, but I did talking to Steph. There is rumours that she's getting a band together. So hopefully we'll have new stuff from Steph. But she's more interested in a little kitten at the moment. Her Facebook is just full of pictures of this kitten. Which is quite fun. It's quite good. It entertains themselves with Burger King bags. Talking of young ladies,
yes,
I've been in contact with Naomi this week. She seems okay.
Good.
She's been given the approval of the new thumbnail. So
good.
Yeah, she. You know, she's, brilliant. You know that she's okay. So yeah, I think she's. You know, I'm sure she tries and watches when she can, and keeping up with everybody. And
yes,
yeah, she will.
I always send my best wishes to her from all of us.
Good.
Yeah, it's strange without Dave here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know.
Nobody's laughing at my jokes. Only Dave.
He really appreciates your jokes, doesn't he?
Yeah. So you make jokes, do you, Michael? I hadn't realised.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So anyway, Todd Rundgren, do you think I fairly ranked him, as you're a big fan?
Okay, so I had some thoughts about what you do in your daily. You're like it's like going to a reporter who covers a story, and you ask them about the story, about their experience, and they're on to the next story. I think that happens with you a lot. Like, I truly believe that in those hours that you were listening to his music, you were totally into it, right? But it takes repeat listens, and you don't have the luxury of the repeat listens. So I can't really bring up any nuances to you, right? I think, in short, I think you got the records right. Everybody, it happens a lot. People throw initiation in. I think that that's more of a utopia thing, so I would take that out. But I mean, it's always something, anything. Herman of Mink Hollow, A Wizard, a True Star, and then it's up for grabs. I agree with you. Todd should have been a single record. It would have been a masterpiece. He's too self-indulgent. The problem with Todd is that he wants to show you how smart he is and how eclectic he is. And unless you're going to totally like throw down with him, it's going to get lost on people. Does that make sense? And that happened to you.
I found that with quite a lot of his stuff.
Yep.
But something and that is just an amazing for a double album. There is not much filler on that, really.
Todd? Yeah, but you see, you come from a Slayer. The stuff that you love, you loved, I don't, because you come from a Slayer, Slade, White Snake upbringing. I don't. So a lot of the hard, So yeah, he can rip a guitar, and you're gonna love, a lot of the stuff that he does when he's ripping a guitar. I'm not. I like the pure pop stuff, and some of that was lost on you. You're reviewing, and I saw that. That's like
it's someone that I'm not now. I've listened to. I will go back and listen to more. But I didn't know that fact about his father wouldn't let rock and roll in the house. So that was
wow,
fascinating. But I will say that I think the man he is a genius.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from him at all. He's a wonderful producer. One thing I will say about him, obviously, I'll always listen to every album under the headphones once, and the production on even the albums I didn't like was. You can see him going, no, I'm not. I don't like that. We've got to do that a bit again, or I'm going to do that again because this is the guy that played 90% of the instruments on every album.
Yeah, I actually think Mike would like A Wizard, a True Star.
Which album is that? Sorry,
our Mike. I think our Mike's Final Spiral, would like A Wizard, a True Star, but it would take a couple of listens.
Okay, I'll give it.
It's got.
I mean, so far, Michael, you've got quite a good record. Recommended stuff to me, So we've had Laura Nero and then Bloodwind Pig. So I'll give it a go.
Just one, A Wizard, a True Star.
Right, I'll give it a listen. I'll let you know what I think.
Very good.
I think my favourite sort of name for an album was that Little Turk, when he did that tribute to Robert Johnson, which I think.
Yeah, and for me, it's I
mean, I only know that means something else. Actually, the Police Academy film.
What? How so?
There's a line that I think there's the commander says, "I remember when policemen and they were standing there with Johnson swinging in the breeze."
Yeah.
Oh,
come on, understand, yes, and what a sight it was, But that's a bit. I love that tongue in cheek, Todd Rundgren's Johnson, which is a very good album. I mean, I love Robert Johnson, and once again, some of his interpretations were a little bit not my liking, but Faithful, boy, I've never known, as you're right, note for note,
no deviation.
No. Wonderful versions of some great songs. And that's why, I mean, I can't remember the last time I ranked a cover album so highly. When I sat down and did my scoring, I just couldn't believe it. Because that's when I usually do the scoring, when I've got it under the headphones. Because I'm totally focused. I've not got no distractions. Even when Rocky's barking at me, all I hear is good. Because I'm not. He does it on purpose, I'm sure. But I've got the headphones on, and I'm just totally zoned in on that track.
Yeah.
And I was amazed. There's lots of little bits you don't think, but I've got Utopia to Come.
Yeah.
No, I like them.
Yeah,
I like you. I'm a big fan of. But I think Mike could like Utopia as well.
I know Utopia, and it's it's a prog album, but it's a prog album by somebody that doesn't really know prog, I think.
Just let him do Wizard of True Star. Let's not distract him.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I shocked. I must have. Zeb hasn't put it, but there was this on the Illusion, the second side. He said, "I don't think you'll like that," but I absolutely loved it. The creativeness of that track is fantastic, and I think I like it because I'm a huge prog man. So
yes,
I could all them little intricate little in there and that was and yeah, really, I've really enjoyed listening to Todd.
Good.
I've got a little bit more appreciation for him, so thank you.
I hope you're not excommunicated by your countrymen.
I hope not.
No, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like I'm doing this week, Laura Nairo. Again, like Mike, never heard any of the stuff, but I'm so getting into. I like the diversity. Well, I'm not going to go to it. It'll spoil my video, but I just love the diversity of the songs that she does.
Yeah, the early stuff is different. It's really different. You know, New York Tenderberry and Eli and the 13th Confession.
Album.
Very, very different than when she got. When she has bands, real bands playing with her. The doo-wop stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do a full album ranking of her at some stage, and I think I know exactly what my number one album is now. Just some of the songs that I've put in my top 10. There's one album that's getting a lot of feature.
If you guys get a chance, just Google the when she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The speech that Bette Midler does is just so good. It's so heartfelt.
Yeah, it's just sad what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was only in the 40s, wasn't she?
Do I need to hang on, Charles? Yes, please. I need it putting up. The poll. If you can do a pace, Charles, I'll be so grateful. If you can. I don't go because hang on. Hold on, I might be able to do it. Just talk amongst your phone.
Okay.
While I'm doing this. Right, let's go that. Hang on, this could work. This may be the poll. There's the link to the poll, folks. I think I've got the right one.
Without Dave. Ian without Dave.
It's not a disaster, but you see, all I do normally is just sit here.
Yes.
And talk. I know how Simon feels on a Friday night.
Yeah, you have to multitask doing all sorts of bits and pieces.
This proves that blokes can multitask, though.
Yeah, it certainly tests you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These people that say, doing it all on your own, it's hard work. Anyway, will you be live streaming tomorrow night, Simon?
All being well, yes.
Excellent.
And I'll be showing the albums which I've listened to this week, and there's a fair few of them.
Good.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
I would, but it'll spoil what I'm doing, won't it?
I think you'd do it. Do it anyway.
What I might show then is the albums that I've been listening to when I'm not doing stuff on the channel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll show those.
You should.
Show what I listen to when I'm not listening to stuff to run.
Outside of work,
yeah. I've always had that cut-off point, though.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the afternoon, I put on what I want to listen to.
You should put that on the wheel.
Well,
Stuff you've been listening to recently, whether it's at home, at work, in the car.
There you go. What
what I listened to this. So if we put it on this Thursday, the next Thursday you show what you've listened to between the 2 days.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's your own topic. It's your own topic.
Yeah.
I don't charge for any of this, you know.
Yeah, you're a genius.
I'll tell you what, on that wheel, 90% of them have come from Nick. He's got this habit of just texting me. He must have a light bulb moment, and he gets straight and texts me what he's put up.
Yeah, there's been some good stuff, hasn't there? Really interesting stuff.
So if any of you guys in the gallery have got any ideas you want us to do,
please feel free to join in.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to get some of yours up on the wheel as well. You know, it's pick our brains. You know that what we're like and what we listen to.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna call this one short tonight.
Okay.
A few minutes short, but so we need to.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Thing.
I'll put them away now.
People.
Oh.
I know which. I bet you I know which one he'll pull out. Oh, of course he will.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Smile for the camera, etc. There we go.
Yeah. Dave's not here, remember?
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway, first thing I've got to do is thank you, Simon, for jumping in to take over from Dave tonight. I mean, it was
right.
Yeah, for Dave to say he's feeling thing, you know, he must be feeling poorly. So
yes,
I'm sure you all want to wish Dave well. And it's Halloween next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
big holiday here.
Not here. Well, the kids go around trick or treating, so I might be up and down like a yo-yo.
Not my bloody
house.
But they all know now if they come here, they're going to get some sweeties. So
yeah.
Do we have to show?
They get a size 10 boot at the house if they knock on my door.
You've got to show us songs that have got like.
That's the spirit, Nick. It's an American import. It's
Devil.
It has no place on our streets. Yeah.
Well, they reckon All Hallows or whatever it is Irish.
Yeah.
Well, our Irish experts are not here, so I'm sure I'll put a response in he'll tell you in the comments below.
Our Irish correspondent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget to go and vote for in Group C. We've got Car Trouble, we have got Rise, we have got Mike's What a Waste, and Going Underground from Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. So go and vote for these guys and see what happens next week. So ta-ta for now, folks. Bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye for now.